Yeah, I received your assignment, and all of you has sent me on Saturday, some at time and some maybe late until the mid time. But anyway, I think you have well done and good job with your first assignment with all program. I saw some of you has works with exercise around 5%, can done with 10%, and some only 2%, and some can done about a lot. Maybe 2% has done about around nearly 50%. It's good. But anyway, I think today we can correct the exercise together and ask question related to the exercise or the question related to air program. And did you have read the box that I request you read? How many of you has read the book or chapter that I recommend? When I saw your result, I can assume how many times you read and how many times you understand the formula, understand the code, understand the all program, and but I can assume that maybe small of you has read, and might a lot of person will not read or work hard on the project. But anyway, I has read your answer, and I have some note key comment on your problem with the data set and with the problem set in the exercise. The first comment that I see that some of you has used prompts in AirScript, in AllScript. Here we call prompts. When we use a prompt in AirScript, when we run it, it will be error because in prompt here we just show in the console. When the user come up with the console, it will be show us the prompt. In all script, we will not use a prompt like this. When we run it, only A equal to combine data set, values 1 to values 30. When we run control, yeah, it show the result. But if you add prompt before the data vector B equal to S is Q number one with 1 to until one minus one. But graph the error because we cannot use plum in this aspect. Sorry, I use And the second I saw the commerce program in your assignment is uh, about organizing, and your coding is very difficult to read when I read your code. So in when you write in all program or another program language, you need to well organize your code. You need to clear with your title, because in coding or doing exercise with program language, you need to work and review it a lot of edit a lot of times. So when you will not assign the name of the work that you use. I think that will difficult for you when you open the script again and find the error or want to edit something that you want to change. So should well organize your all script and others uh, program that you will use. Example, for example, in Stata, in MATLAB, in Python, yes, it's the same. And another problem that I saw is, yeah, I see that a lot of you cannot do exercise in problem 4, data transformation. In data transformation is I think it's very necessary thing that we first step for us for data analysis, because if you well organize and well prepare your data, so your data set will be easy to analyze it. If you're not clear, you're not change the variable name, you're not select the observation that you want to use, it may be very difficult to assign or to choose the variable you want to study. So you need to well understand about data transformation in the first step of data analysis. And then I saw some error on packet. Some of you maybe will not install the packet, but when you call the packet to use, you use a library, use a library and call packet. So it will not show the packet when you doesn't not yet install it. So to before you call the packet to use in your research or your data analysis, you need to to know the packet has already installed or not yet. To do so, you need to type command install ed and point packet and call the packet that you want to see. When I run it, it will show me this packet has already installed and show me its version. When the packet, if your packet not yet installed, you can install it. Use a command install packet and tidyverse, and then you can use the packet that you was install. Use a function library and tidyverse, and you need to call the library tidyverse only one time when in a script, in all script, and not need to install packet again, because your computer has already installed. When you work with new all script, you just call library tidyverse and do on your project. And the common error that I saw in your assignment is about the you forget as C. C in here it's refer to the combined value into the vector or list. Example, when you want to create a vector C and your vector C is equal to 2. 4, you want to have a vector C equal to 3, 2, 4, 5 instead. When you run it, it will be unexpected, because it you forget the C. C it means a combine between 2, 4, 5 and 6. When I add C, when run it, it will show me the result. If you want to, the result it can show in console or in environment. Here with the C number value number 1 to 4. It means 4 value 2, 4, 5, 6. If I run only C, show me the result in here. And the error that I can find in your assignment someone has called data frame. Data frame without the object in environment or in dataset. When we have no object and we call the data frame, it will be error. You cannot find the object that you assign. Has the vector. Example, I has a vector area, and my dataset in the vector area combines C value, this value to this value. Another vector that I have a cell price and combine the value this one. So I run this first. So I have two vector area and cell price, and then I create a vector. This vector that means two data frame, and I use a vector area in this function area and cell price. When I run it, I have the news the data frame, this one area cell price, the value as observation, and when I call data frame house price and assign with cell price, it means I want to select only this cell price, so it is so the value in cell price. And another problem that I missed it in your assignment is about the command or the writing that you miss, and maybe you need to avoid. You need to watch and look at your code again and again. To do so, it will use avoid the something error in your code. Example, when you assign with the E reps future forum and the value 20, when B will symbols E B, it don't know the value B mean. When we remove B, it will show you that it uh, aside from the current first. It will show the reason. Example H minus 11. It's error because H with equal to 11 is right. It's coding. When you run it, show you the vector value, and you run this formula not like this. And remember, equal, double equal, different from equal. Example, I have H values equal to 20 and Y equal to 21, and my value set equal to 20. When I want to assign value H, vector H equal to Y, so it will be fair because uh, the value X equal to 20 and Y 21. If I want to X equal to set, it will be true. Set value is 20. And another problem is related to design the new object. New object. You should to type different name of object. If you assign object Y equal to value to some event to 20, your X value is so like this. If you assign the new object, so data frame X equal to value X and 3. Errors cannot find data frame. Oh, I need to install packet Heidegger. Yeah. So I create a new data frame X, X it has two observation variable, variable x and variable 3. Variable 3 has value 3, and when assign a new object x equal to 2000 and 1000, so all the x previous x will remove to the new value. So to avoid your new object remove your previous object, you need to assign different name. Example, I run it again and I assign a new object uh, so when I call y value, it will show in the previous value, and so y is the new value. Do you have any question related to this common error? Not, I will move to before to exercise. I will show you again about the window in all script. So I tell you in previous session when we do any new project, you need to create all script. When you create all script, we can find a new file. The new file we create all script, and if you want to write like produce in all script or something like text and produce in all, you can use this file or markdown, and this file we can produce in file Word and PDF, and also a file in web, and you also write a CC plus file in all studio. You can write JavaScript in all studio. You can write CC HTML file and SQL script and other text script in all studio. So it easy. You can use all studio, and you can understand CC file. You can write on all. And here is open file. Recent file that you was recently open here. Yeah, your Simon. And open project is a work directory. It means directory like this, my directory data visualization. You can open directory from your PC and can import data set from another file, from file text, from file or studio, from file data, uh, files, SPSS, etc. And when you run your code, you do when you finish it, you can save a file and save as to another file from all script and close a project, close program. This one close project, and in this edit, it's the same to another application like Word, Excel. Yeah, we can read those, in those, copy, paste, etc. Clear console and code. You can run it in here, and you zoom in, zoom out, move focus, soft focus, and show the plot file. So history, you can use control 4. So job, so connection between to the internet. And here's plot. You can show in your plot in PDF in file image, and can copy it to clipboard and paste it to the Word, and moves a block, remove block, and clear your block session. In this session, you can create a new session. You can restart your window, Air window, and you set working directory, load clean your workspace. In here we call a workspace. And build is packet that you can that mean your file, but it's not necessary to use it because it you need to use the standard on all studio, not need to change. And this one, I think when you run code and you can stop it in here and profile and tool, install packet, check for packet that update, and we can find version of control, and you want to see shortcut as all video, you can click on it and find the shortcut that you want to use. And help function, it move you to online help and physical help in your PC. Because AR Studio has AR Studio doc, you can click on here and through the PDF document and check for update for your AR Studio program about AR Studio. You can click the version, see the version, and search help. And here is called environment. Environment here is the output from the from your AR script, but it not so use the result. When you saw the result, you can go to the console. Console show you the result, and the plot show you the result of graph or visualize your data visualize. And history, your previous work will show you the command that you was type in your console or your or script. And connection, it connect you to the database in online, Excel file, Excel data, Microsoft Access file. So it connect you to the database online. And this one is learning by internet on this air. And file, your file in your work directory or your file in your computer. Here my file, I open my file from folder doc teaching data visualizing code, and packet show you the packet you was install and all packet from AIR's program. And have function, it show you the result of have when you type have. Example, I type count. So you show us the result from have. So in this place. And viewer, not here. I'm not sure about this viewer function, but in the internet you can search this function mean in our program. And terminals show you the your work directory. Here your directory and shop location of your work. Okay. Have any question? Hello. Do you have any question related to AR window?
Bong, I have one question. How can when you save the file from R into PDF, then you cannot open it. How can I save it and I can open it in PDF file from the R script that I have?
That's right. if you save file in PDF, you cannot run it. Oh, I think we can save in PDF, but when you save in PDF, when you it like the file cannot edit. If save in all script, when you open all script in all studio, you can run it again and show your result. For save file in PDF, I recommend for data export. When you want export data from plots, you can save in PDF file. Because PDF file is good when you use the plot to write in your Word file or your LaTeX file. And for table, I think you should export in Excel file, because when you save in Excel file and you export Excel to Word, maybe it's easy to export, but if you save the export in table to the PDF, I think it's very difficult when you input PDF to Word. But PDF in LaTeX is very easy. This one we call LaTeX.
So like when I send you the file, in order to open my file, you have to open the RStudio first, right? And then import my file. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, I can open all your file, because your file in all script, right? And when all script file, it will open big application or studio. If your file still
I
with
see.
if your file still in PDF, you cannot open it with all studio. It will to a file PDF. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I can move to solution of program set 1. I just upload it to my GitHub yesterday, or program set 1 to program 4, and you can find it and download it. I think Victor in here is it's a basic fundamental that you use all program. When you well understand about the Victor, you can create a Victor by yourself and change a Victor or variable name in your data set that you export from your database. In here, program set 1, we create the Victor, and exercise 1, exercise A, assign a vector with values 1 to values 30. I thought someone has arrived from 1 to 30. Yeah, I think has a lot of time, but it has a way to do faster is we assign A equal to combine between value 1 to value 30. This function is called 2 from 1 to 30. When I run it, it will show the result here. Value A, intelligent, from 1 to 30, number 1 to 30. When call it, want to show it in console, we can call function, we can call object or vector. I call object A. Yes, its value from 1 to 30. And exercise B, create a object or vector with the value 30 to 1. It's the same, just write 30 and 1. And call function object B. So as the result 30 to 1. And exercise 3 C, create object with value 1 until 20 and 11 19 to 1. It's the same, we just comma, and we call don't forget use combine, C combine, and value 1 to 20 comma 19 to 91, and run it. And exercise B values 44, 46, 36, 3, and assign it to object name, orbiter name, future forum. Future forum equal to combine 44 and 30. E, we want to repeat 20, 24 when 20 occurrence of 44. So to do so, we use this function OEP fit, and you want to know what it means. You can use head, and so you can read it. But I think you should download the file and try together. And if you have something error, I think it will be good time to ask. Did anyone has the file solution problem one?
Not yet, Bong. I haven't downloaded.
Yeah, you have maybe 5 minutes to find the this file from my GitHub. Go to my email and go to Google and find and type GitHub and my name Nepsol, and you find in directory data analysis, and go to download it, and you will get this file. Just 5 minutes to download. In all program, it's like another language program. I see some of you like maybe I find his name. Soklip, and another person in this group has used a different style from my result, but it's so the same result, because in coding sometimes we have a lot of way to get the result, but what the common thing you need to know is about to find the easy way and fast. Did you have already installed download it?
Wait, Bong, what is the file name again?
Program set 1 until program set 4, program solution problem 4 in code into the code. Selling to Zoom. Now that you get the file,
I trying to find the function to download. I don't see download.
okay. In from problem set 1 to 4, we have only the use library that use libraries type diverse, library D, AAS, G, library. Yes, I think two library that we use for find data set from this library. So I can move to the next. By use REP function, we can repeat all the value from future from 20 times. When I run E, it show me the result like this. In exercise S, assign variable and a new name object and repeat future forum with where the relevant time of 40, 10 times of 36, and 10 times of 33. And we use a function OEP, and we use other equal to 31. It means sum of 10 and sum of 10 plus 10 and plus 11. If you want to know about this, like I mentioned, read on hand. It will show you what is mean. We have 44 kilowatt time and 66 10 time. G uh, 10 10 times as 44, 20 times as 44, and 20 times as 66, and 30 times as 33. And you repeat and use time function equal to combine 10, 20, and 30. Now move to exercise 2. Create the vectors of the value with e power x cos x at x equal to 3.3 until 7. So from a value to a value has different only 0.1, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4 until 6.9 and 7. So to do so, you need to create a function x equal to use this function where and 3 to 7 by equal to 0.1. It means that from 3 to 7 has different only 0.1, and we create a vector with the value x equal to exponential x function x in previous vector multiples when we run. Yeah, I not yet run and cause see the pixel value. Yeah. Exercise 3, create a vector 0, 1, 0.1 power 3, 0.2 power 1, 0.1 power 6 until 2.2 power 33. I think to easy read the exercise, you can open file PDF file problem set. Yeah, and this one in coding we cannot write like formulas function. So the formula function in this code we can write like this. When we export or copy it to Word or to LaTeX, it will show you the like formula mathematical formula function. So I create value a equal to 0.1 power by use function this function, and 3 to 37 by 3 multiple with 0.2 power 1 to 3 by 3. Yeah, this it show the result, but it just warming mistake because this script has not longer objects legend. It's not a multiple sorter, but it shows us the result. If you want to run it, so in exercise 3, exercise B, calculate 2 power 2 divide 4 and divide on 2 power 3 divide 4 and 2. So when we create this value b, I assign 2 power from 1 to 26 and divide combine between value 1, 4, 1, 4, 4 and 4 and 5 and 30, 26. Here we calculate sigma from n equal to 1 to 2000 with e power 3 plus 4 for e I in English I power 2. So we first step we create value a value NA value from 1 to 2000 and calculate NA we call sum equal to sigma in coding and call values NA power 3 and minus plus 4 would call value NA power 2. You want to show the result NA? Yes, sigma as the function equal to this one. Have any question?
Well, for solution for number 3b, I cannot catch up the part where the combine between 1, 4, 4 and
So you exercise. Number 4, this one, yeah.
problem B.
Problem B, this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to calculate function function B because function B value 2 until this one 2 power 26 divide on 26, and this one display we can 2 plus 2 power 5 on 6, 2 power 6 on 7, 2 power 7 on 8 until 2 power 26 until 2 26. So we move to RCU. This one, right? Yeah. So we assign value b equal to 2 because running from value 2 by 2 equal to 2 power 1 until 60. Here we go to exercise. In this 2 it means 2 power 1, 2 power 1, and this one 2 power 2. Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And then we on or divide on C1 two and until now. So, okay. So this one has done, right? Okay, move to exercise. I think move quickly to, and after we can move to program set 4. And this one we calculate some sigma from n from 1 to 26 divide on n to n 2 power n and n 3 power n power 2. We assign n from 1 to 25 and sum n 2 power 25 and this one. Create object name with camera following from number 1 to number 34 with space for between the camera and the number by using function path. When you assign object or variable or vector name with characteristic value, you need to use this function. This one I don't know how to in English. Yeah. And after we type the value that you want. This one is the same. Exercise 6. Create two vectors of random intelligence with choose with replacement from intelligence 0 until 1 and both vector with length 2020. So this one has so in exercise question. You can run it, and then we propose x equal to from x1 to x1 x2 until n, and we denote x and y1 to yn, and we denote with x. So we create a vector y2 minus x1 until yn minus x minus 1. So I assign a new name y equal to with y vector minus 1 minus vector. Use this function if you want to know what it means. You can read on, so you will understand this. We use for include list variable factors and other script is needed. Fine. If you see, we create a vector with sin y1 on cos y2 until sin y under minus 1 cos x n. So I create function sin cos. I call use function sin and call a vector that in previous object and use this function and divide on cos with h minus 1. Create vector x1 plus 2x 2 minus x3 x2 plus until I think this one you can read with the same. I move to another slide. number with device 2. I think it is the same. Another exercise, I think you can run it if you have any question. Please ask. So I takes 5 minutes for you read and run all code in solution problem 1. And if you have any comment or any question related to solution, all solution in the program 1, please ask me. So please take 5 minutes to run and read and understand what it is in this code. So I will back at 11 and 10, and so you will keep 5 minutes for your read and question. So in 11 and 10, I will back and we continue to exercise 2. Yeah, I think it's time. Did you have any question related to exercise problem set 1?
Well, I have one question. Like in wait, let me check. In question F, problem F, what L do we use for? L equal to 31.
As what's the number? As in number.
F, F, F. Wait,
As in number 7, right?
no, number 1.
Number 1. Okay. In this one, right? In link 20.
Yes.
Okay. Can you ask?
What L function used for? L equal to 31.
Oh, okay. In this one, you can read read. I'm not well remember. I think you can find in this in help function by type or e p and find L. But I'm not remember on this function, but I can assume that based on the result, it means that we use 31 at here is equal to 10 occurrence plus 10 occurrence and plus 11 occurrence of 44, 66 and 36, and after that it will run again from this one, and after it can run this one again. Yes. But this function is different from time in exercise G.
Like មិនបានបងក៏មិនដឹងមិនបានកន្លែងហ្នឹងស្មើនឹង31
Yeah, អាហ្នឹងវានេះវាបូកដោយសារយើងចង់ឲ្យ4 44ហ្នឹងគឺ11ដង 36 64 66 4 10 20ដង 20ដងហើយតបមកគេយកចំនួនដងទាំង3ហ្នឹងបូកចុះគ្នាអញ្ចឹងវាអាស្រ័យដឹងណាមានន័យថា L នេះវាអាចចាត់ថ្នាក់យ៉ាងម៉េចខ្ញុំអត់ច្បាស់ដែរគាត់ថាវាអាចចាត់ថ្នាក់ដឹងតែអាមួយ11ដងអាមួយ20ដងហើយហ្នឹងគឺអាមួយ10ដងអាមួយ10ដង10ដង2ដងហើយនឹង11ដង
អូខេបងនិយាយចឹងអាពេលយើងសរសេរកូដមានសញ្ញាធំជ្រុំនៅពីមុខហ្នឹងវា record ឲ្យយើងអត់និយាយថាវាចងកូដឲ្យយើងមិនបាន
ត្រង់ជួបនឹងវាអត់ចេញវិសាលទេប៉ុន្តែវាចេញជា description ណាវាអត់ run ទេ run ចេញឲ្យពួកអីនៅកាលណាយើងដាក់ចុងជ្រូកហើយគេប្រើជ្រូកដើម្បីassign name របស់ការងារមួយដែលយើងធ្វើអញ្ចឹងឧទាហរណ៍ថាលំហាត់នេះអញ្ចឹងទៅអាហ្នឹងគោលដៅរបស់យើងចង់ធ្វើឲ្យគេនៅពេលយើងការងារដែលធ្វើលំហាត់ជាក់ស្ដែងឧទាហរណ៍យើងចង់បង្កើត function ឬក៏ធ្វើអីមួយយើងត្រូវដាក់ឈ្មោះវាដើម្បីងាយស្រួលពេលយើង collect មកមើលកូដហ្នឹងតាមអី
ចាបង
អត់តានេះ
ដោយសារ trongនិយាយថាកន្លែងហ្នឹងបើយើងដាក់ L ស្មើ31អញ្ចឹងវាអាច
xong rồi đó sẽ đáp lại.
ចេះបងដោយសារ ដោយសារបើសិនជាយើងដាក់ L ស្មើ31កន្លែងហ្នឹងពេលខ្លះมันទៅ44នេះទៅ10ឬក៏អាច66នេះទៅ11វិញមិនទៅទេដោយសារបើយើងអត់បានចង់កូដអីផ្សេងក្នុង
con xin viết phần năng ở đấy phần tráiដោយសារខ្ញុំអត់ចាំអាហ្នឹងមានន័យថាម៉េចគាត់ដឹងថាបើយើងរាប់វិសាលវាយើងរាប់ទៅបើមិនឃើញ44 11ដង6 10ដងតែយើងចង់ច្បាស់
អូខេបងនៅអញ្ចឹងចាំ check ខាងអរគុណ
Another question. If you know question, I will move to problem set 3. For the result in problem 2, you can open this code and look at the code and result and run for the result by yourself. If you have any question, please email to me for clarify or for ask the question. But today I plan finish solution problem set 3, and if we have time, we can move to the special problem in problem 4, because problem 4 is very important for us as a social researcher. We have data and we need to information data to the database that we want to solve the result. In problem 3, first question is ask you to create a table or create a data frame with like solve in in exercise question. In here we need to use library tidyverse for question 1, because we need to plot data. So I create object area with the value has provided in the question paper, and I size area with some sample because value from this value to this value, and another object that I create is cell price with the value this value. So I create a data frame with combine between area and cell price. So my data frame I call data cell, and I assign its name by function data frame with with the area and cell price. So run it. When I call my data frame cell price, so it is see the table with variables area, variable cell price, and it observation from observation 1 to observation 15. And first question in exercise 1, they want us plot cell price with various area. So to plug in this data set, we use a function plots. And after we call a variable cell price and use this command and area. When we enter, it will show us the result of plot. If you want to export this file, you can click on export and save in image or PDF, and you can assign its name. If you don't want to click on export, you can write in code. Use read export and assign file name. So question B use function histograph command to plot histograph of cell. So function histograph, we can call this function hist and call your data from data cell and decide dollar. It means we just say dollar to call a variable in the data frame. So it means that histograph of cell price in data frame of cell data cell. Here is all the result. And now move to question C. Replace A and B. Question A and question B. After taking a logarithm of cell price. So we put a logarithm of cell price in the variable cell price and plug into to the graph. So we plug again cell price and function area. Sorry, I have a phone. Sorry about it. Okay. So we call data function data and equal to data firm cell data and log equal to y thế ngoài đến hai thế đó here y and this one we call y y and here is so this one is y cell price y and x left we create name of variable and y mean what title of class when you run it and so we histograph log data cell price. Yeah, put log in cell price and we assign table name. In exercise 2, we use data frame or rings from packet DAAG. We need to call libraries DAAG. And after you skill data max for observation in row 1 to 13 and 18 include a pre-light chat and design. in here we call library. I also call run it and create a new data frame. That data frame come from the database in this library orange and we use create new data frame and data from this library and combine between value 1 to 18 and total this temperature and data from this one and then is titled as clock. For question 3, use data frame from this data frame hot and use function string to see the data definition and data information and we create a new frame. We come from a data frame of library DAAG and we use function to look at data. Here we see data frame has around 100 observation of 14 variable, and from variable 1 to variable 14 has a different title, different name of observation of variable, and variable data in this variable is numeric, and data in variable 6 is a factor. Factor in here is they classify in two factor. Factor one is factor one values one, which means female, and value two is male. In factor data is the condition data. It means the value has only two value. It's 0, it's 1. It don't want it's 0. And another but call another vector variable is a numeric variable. So we want to see the missing value in the data frame. We use function complete point case, and after we call the data frame that we want to see the missing value. Or another function that we can use is function is an a and we call your these two functions we can use for look at the missing value in the data frame. True, it means the data frame no missing value. It's fair, it's missing value. This one. For question 4, use data from AIS from this packet and use function string to see the information of the column and determine any column has a missing value. So I assign a new data frame by data frame on the library of DAAG, and I want to see the information of this data frame. DAIS. I assign question and run in function help, and it show me the variable description of observation variable. Yes, look at observation. There are 200 observation with 13 and all variable has the numeric value and factor value. Factor value has 6 and spot 10 where it means that the value has 10 B balls, square, field, and other. Now we want to look at the missing value in this data frame. Complex case. No missing value. If you want to see the data frame, you can call view and call S. Yeah. No missing value right here. Any question? And question B, make a table that show the number of male and female for each different sport. And big sport has a large imbalance between male and female. So we use data set of variable 6 and we saw 202 observation with 6 variable and we use packet P D L or Y or to count the number of observation. So it is when you count it show us the result. There are 100 female and 102 male in playing different sport. And it also means the total observation has only 100 female. And number 5, use data frame from Range Forest in this packet and find the missing value from the data frame. So I assign you a variable data frame from data frame Range Forest as packet DAAG, and I want to show to see the missing value from the data frame. True, fair, missing value, true, non-missing value, and I count the missing value from the data frame. Use count and this function and data frame name and enter. It shows us the background of true missing value from its variable to its variable, and we sum missing value. Yeah, with all the data frame we have 267 observation missing value. So I will keep and the end of this problem set 3, and I take 5 minutes for you to look at all the answer of this problem set, and any question you can ask me after 5 minutes. Yeah, you have any comment or question? Let to the cycle. Ratana, did you have any question?
No, all good.
Okay. So if no question, I can move to solution 4. In this, I think a very important thing that you need to know, as I mentioned in the previous like we have a data set with a million observation, million variable, and you want to select 2 or 3 or some variable to analyze it in your specific research study. But before to select 2 or 3 variable, you need to look at the overview of the data. You need to look at the some variables with value in observation, and to do so, we call data transformation, and we call the viewer of data before to analyzing data. In statistics, we analyze data in descriptive statistics, or we call another method hypothesis analysis, regression analysis, or we call econometrics analysis or macroeconometrics analysis. But in all programs, it used mostly for social science or for social research analysis, most on regression and descriptive statistics. If you want to apply macroeconometric model or microeconometric model in all program, it's very difficult because it use a function. It's been you create a function or you create a model based on a theoretical model, and after you use apply the data set to the model. But in all studio, most of the model is we call econometric model, mostly regression. So the model has built by the researcher. You just call the packet, and after you apply the model to your analysis. In this code, in code file, I have download from value 0 to 17. It is the econometric model that you can apply to your study. Simple regression, multiple regression, inferential, OS, assumption regression, etc. Analysis. But before to this analysis, you need to understand data transformation. So exercise 1, we filter role with filter function. In exercise 1, I want you apply data set from New York Flight 13 packet or library, and use packet tidyverse. So you need to call library tidyverse, and after you call library New York Flight 13. And the question 1, they ask that had arrivals delays of 2 or more hours. They want to know the pattern that arrival and delay 2 or more hours. So you can run library tidyverse, run library New York Flight 13, and string use function string to look at the data firm. Wait a minute. Yeah. There are 19 observation, 19 variable with a lot of observation, and here we have we want to know arrival delay. Arrival delay. Yes, this observation numeric. If you want to more detail about the observation data set definition and its operation observation mean, you can type site question and apply. It will show us in here. Alright, we want to know. Alright, delay. The pattern and arrive delay in minutes. So the value has in minutes. So we want to see the data observation in this variable. Arise delay and head. So only 10 observation in array delay. There's something noise. So we filter apply, and we use call function observation array, and we want to know delay 2 almost 2 hours. So 2 hours equal to 120 minutes, and use size most than 2 hours, and we run it. So as the result of apply has delay almost 2 hours. This one. Then we move to exercise B. So the place this observation variable and view from Houston, where destination is entered to IAH or HOU. So we can find observation depth, and we see. It means that this observation has the value. The value is as characteristic like this. So we want to show IA8 and HOU. You filter and apply and call this variable, and this one equal to equal to this value when we run it. And question 3C, we want to know the operation applied to by the company has a title with United American and data. So to plan this operation, we can look at information about the data set, and the variable carrier observation variable has 2 letters of airline. you want to see airline, and they has another data from airline, and this data from airline has show us about the all the airline has fly by data. So we have a lot of airline, 16 airline with this United UA, and we find airline with American AA, and data DA, yeah, DA. So we filter fly and use this variable, and percentage in here is combined between the value AA, value DL, and value UA. When we run it, will show us it sort only three results of this value, and all the observation that link to this value. Number D, we want to know the pattern that fly in summer between January to September, and we had fly as month, and month observation has the value 1, it means January, value 12, it means December. So we filter fly in month, most of them 7, and month most less than 9, most of them September. So in this we select only fly in month 7 to month 9 if you want to create a new variable on this flight. So when if you want to study a to have a specific research study that you want to analyze it, the fly between January to September, and you want to select only this variable. So example, when I call a new data frame that I was create from the large observation that it has select only 7, month 7 and month 9. And another method that we can select or filter apply month, we use percentage in percentage, and we select from month 7 to month 9 with the same result. And number E, arrives most of them 2 hours late, but did not late. So we want to know the arrivals that arrive more than 2 hours. We filter apply and arrive delay variable, and most of them 2 hours. And another condition is the pattern delay less than 0. It means that no delay, but arrival late, arrive late. And number S, delays by at last 1 hour and makes up over 10 minutes in flight. So we feature flight and the most less than 30 minutes and delays, the path delays minus arrivals delays most than 30. Yeah, I think another answer you can look at by yourself at even free time, and if you have any question, please ask me for by email or chat or Facebook. But I think we have 5 minutes for any question related to this exercise, and we can stop the sharing session as well.
No, I just wonder, like, we only have the code that the exercise that you provide, but when you calculate it, there's so many data that you can see. So, is it automatically, like, the data is in our program, or you have another data in your computer?
Yeah, in previous session I was show you export data from the database in your computer. You can export it and do in all program like this file. But in this exercise, I just show you or use the database in all schedule. In here, it's just the progress of data transformation, not yet analysis. For data analysis, I think it's easy way to do in all program. It's just analyzing in all in descriptive statistics. If example you want to descriptive, we just call function summary and call data frame that you want to descriptive. Because it will not show you the result, because some some variable in this data frame has different the type of the data. Some have type in value numeric, some in factor, some in we call characteristic. So in this progress is we call clean data. After we clean, we can calculate it. For exercise, I can you can open file file fin data. This all script I was import data from Excel file to all schedule and analysis with visualize data and analysis. In descriptive static, you can open the file and look at the code.
Thank you.
Do you have any question before we lunch? How many of you use descriptive statistics in your research project, or regression?
I think Soklim and Savannah we might use. Yeah.
That's good. Qualitative approach. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I use qualitative.
That's good. Here in research, we have 2 or 3 ways of data analysis: mixed method, quant, and qualitative research. And it has different effects. Yeah, I think we can stop. If you have any question, please ask me later on email or Facebook. I don't know. We need to have most one session or not, because I wait to see the Ra if he asked me to have one session more. I maybe okay, but I think maybe not necessary to did more session, because I think that the box in I suggest in email and in GitHub, you can find the box that I suggest. I think this box is useful for you to analyze data in all program, and another simple code that you can use to your research study. You can find in code folder, and find the methodology from different method from number 1 to number 20. Yeah, I think this useful function that you can use. Yes.
Thank you so much, Bong. Goodbye, Bong. Have a good day.
Have a nice time.
Thank you, Bong. Have a nice day.
Thank you.